guys, Joshua Damu here, and today I'm doing a full tour of the War Room / Animation Studio. I had a subscriber ask me to do this, just to do a full tour of the studio, and so we're going to do that. So behind me is my collection. I've actually shrunk it. I'll make a different video about that here in a while. Different Gundam hangers for future stop motions, like when we get to space or military base. Part of the reason why I have so many of the same units is because it's a lot easier to film 3 Zaku's in one shot than to green screen them in. And usually my green screen software, even though not ancient, it just never looks right, you know? I prefer to have an actual tangible set. That's something the director of Terminator 2 always went for. He always tried to use actual props, actual, stuff whenever he could. So, not a collection tour video. You can see different props like the mobile suit hanger, a space dock hanger, a double door hanger for space, lots of mobile suits. And you can see that not everything fits in this room. So this is a giant container. Well, actually, these are all G.I. Joes. They're being sanded and awaiting painting into Federation uniforms and things. This is all stuff for Odessa, which will be episode 3. And these are Zaku projects and custom projects where I'm doing recolor projects. And here's a bunch of buildings and stuff for a city set, possibly for episode 3. I just was messing around with it the other day. A chair, just because. Those are paints. There is all my vehicles. My G.I. Joe scale vehicles are on that shelf. There's an airbrush. I haven't really used it this year. I keep lots of props under here. So, like that bottom one is small miniature stuff, miniature stuff, miniature stuff. And then all the G.I. Joe props go over here. There's kind of like a box for... And those labels don't apply, because those used to be for Gundams R Us. There's like civilian props, military props, and actual Joes. There's random props in there. You can see a new movie set being built here. This is for... It's like just a... I'm setting it up before I actually build it. I'm going to build a cafeteria for part 4 of episode 2 of Gundam Father of Peace. And this is my secondary set location. I build sets here. This was work on building a hallway, for our Zeons, but it kind of fell over. That's some of my manga collection over here. Different props like cockpits, ships, more manga, Gundam anime, lots of little miniatures, miniature space colonies, miniature ships, some random toys that I enjoy. Got my animation computer, 2 monitors, keyboard, mouse. The camera I actually use for stop motion animation is a Canon S5IS. It has a program that allows you to see the pictures you took as you take them by hitting the space bar. It works pretty well. Here's my computer, Conundrum. It's got a little Zeon logo. A giant box of Reveal light bulbs, 100 watt. Because Uncle Sam said no, and I said, oh, I'm going to stock up on those, buddy. Eventually I'll have LEDs, but when they become more reasonably priced. This is the interrogation movie set. It's just kind of there in case I need it. And it's kind of hard to see under here. There's 3 really large totes. And these totes, one of them is full of micro machines, one of them is full of American bricks and other things. Just all kinds of raw materials for movie sets someday. For different episodes. This is a shelf. It's kind of a multi-purpose shelf. Like, under here are props for building Commander Werner's office. It's a work in progress. There's a ball cockpit that's been in progress for a long time. There is props that I was animating with. There's the gun tank cockpit. There is a G.I. Joe scale barracks. It's kind of full of props. It's just kind of there for now. Big props go over here, vehicles, my ships, and things I keep on there. I like to look at them. These are just Walmart lamps. That is a Zeon flag an AUG flag, and a Federation flag, all from Gundam. That's not Nazi flag. Of course, Bradburn base, our sky. Let's see what the sky looks like. Got a sky extension for that side. Just pretty simple. This container holds all of my Gundam weapons that aren't currently in figures' hands. It's a lot of weapons. Keep a couple spare figures up on the walls, just because I haven't opened them yet. Last thing to really show off is the closet. This is all my Army Men props that I'm saving for a future stop motion animation I want to do. But my goal is to finish episode 2, part 3, or even all of episode 2 before I ever make my Army Men stop motion, because it's secondary. I love Gundam. Army Men are like an extension of that. There's Bradburn Base's command center, a lab where Razor was created, the Spies base. I think this is full of flock, like materials. Piece of a movie set there. Here is the Federation Commander Myers' office. Like a house and other just props. A lot of my space in this room goes to stuff I might use someday. Like I'm going to try and make HLVs out of these. There's a bunch of yellow stuff in there and cranes and things. Things for Odessa. Episode 3 is coming up. Micro Machines. Army Men. Mini Army Men. Yeah. The truth is, like, the majority of this room is actually prop storage and future prop storage, because the sets I build are grand. You know, this is an 8-foot by 4-foot movie set. And so, Odessa, episode 3, is going to require numerous sets to show just the expanse, the full size of Odessa. Whereas episode 2 has been a few sets, primarily Bradburn Base, which is 2 sides. The opposite side is underneath here. Odessa's going to be a lot bigger, so I've been saving up crazy amounts of props. And I actually here recently had to stop buying props because I was running out in the storm. In fact, I think it's about time for me to go through stuff and get rid of some things, because the room's getting a bit crowded again. When you're trying to make a half-hour episode in 10 episodes, you end up with a lot of props. And it's not really the best. But I use a lot of them. And a lot of them are going to be used. So currently, just your update, Gundam Father Peace Episode 2 is still in the works. Part 3 has mostly been filmed, but there's some key voice actors that haven't got to me their stuff, and everything needs time with the voices. So, in the meantime, David Odell and I are working on Part 4's filming, and hopefully then we'll start working on editing. It's possible Part 3 and 4 might actually release together, unless, you know, something starts moving a little faster. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour. This is my war room. This is where I spend all my time animating and enjoying my collection. See you guys later.